Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy, and we are joined by a returning Forester today, Sawyer Farr. Sawyer, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Sawyer, when did you get into Santa Barbara? You haven't been here the first couple days.
No, my flight landed about 3 hours ago. Came straight to the field and hit some VP, so I've enjoyed my time so far.
Well, Sawyer, you were here last year. What has been your experience, obviously, last year working under Bill Pintard?
He's been great for me, and in the transfer portal, people have called him, and he's been referenced and said nothing but good things. And so I really enjoy playing for Bill. He's a player's coach, and it's always you can't beat Santa Barbara. So I enjoyed it.
Transfer portal. How would you mention as you look back to your season this past year with Texas A&M?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Some good coaches. I just figured it was time for me to find a spot, move on a little bit. Have a fresh year somewhere new. I really enjoyed it this year.
You were a switch hitter for the Sturs last year. How did you get into that?
10 years old. My dad, I was hitting right-handed as a kid, and he just said, "What if you hit left-handed?" So I tried it out, and I fell in love with the competitiveness of hitting the two sides of the plate. So
The game of baseball. What's your favorite thing, even the favorite challenge of the sport of baseball?
yeah, I like baseball. I mean, you said it challenges you every day. You're not going to get the same thing. That's what you're doing. It's the predictability. You have to challenge every single day. Because you can wake up one day and be feeling great, and you wake up the next day and your swing feels horrible. You have to navigate that to make it feel good enough to get the job done, and that's the thing. Challenges that the ways that you have to navigate through.
Final question for you. Might be a tough hitter. What's the biggest piece of advice that someone's ever given you?
I would say just be yourself. That's probably cliche. I bet that's the easy answer, but it really does have some truth to it. Be yourself. You stay true to yourself, and the people that everything will fall into place.
Sawyer, we appreciate your time. First pitch coming up right after this between the Foresters and the OC Riptide. Welcome to Santa Barbara and to CCL Baseball on the Foresters Broadcast Network. The Sturs return home to begin a 4-game homestand as they welcome in the OC Riptide for the first time this season. I'm Hunter Shoemaker, and we welcome you to Santa Barbara High School. So the Sturs are back home. They started both games of this week on the road, and what did the Foresters do? Well, over on Tuesday down in Ventura, the Sturs took down the Conejo Oaks 8-4, and then yesterday also on the road continued even further south into Pasadena and took down the Arroyo Seco Saints 6-4. And Santa Barbara now a perfect 4-0 to start the year, and they're going to be taking on an Orange County team that is 5-1. So OC has played one more game, but a very impressive 5-1 record to start the year for the Riptide. And here is the lineup for Orange County, leading off in left field, Alex Dolan to bat second. In center field, Trajan Rogowski. To bat third and at first base, Justin Tiller. The cleanup spot and the DH, Jarrett Sable. In the 5 spot, the second baseman, Connor Barth. Batting 6th, doing the catching, Cooper Klauser. To bat 7th, the shortstop, Travis Curry. In the 8 hole and in right field, Zach Woodson. And in the 9 spot for the Riptide at the third baseman, Slater Nunez. Sammy Kova gets the start on the hill for OC. And the starter today for the Sturs will be Zane Burns. Zane makes his Forester debut here this afternoon. Just finished up his freshman year with Oklahoma State. Gets the ball in game number 5 of the Forester season. But here is Alex Dolan, and Burns gets us off and running. Strike 1 on Dolan. Burns on the year with Oklahoma State. 15 appearances, did have 2 starts on the year. Ended up throwing 33 1/3 innings. The man who hails from Chandler, Arizona. Quickly had 0-2 on Alex Dolan. Actually, the last time that Zane pitched was on May 12th at Oral Roberts. Tossed 4 innings back on May 12th. Dolan, Rogowski, Tiller. First 3 for Orange County. Here comes the 1-2 from Burns. Newstrom. 1 away. Take a look at the defense for the Sturs. Landon Schaefer is at third base. Marcus Grease back in the lineup after an off day yesterday is at short. Chris Newstrom, who just made the play at second. Josh Woodworth holds it down at first base. Zane Becker does the catching. Addison Klepsch in left. Brady Janusik in center. And Kurt Ippolito out in right. So with 1 down, base is clear. Ball 1 down and away to Trajan Rogowski. Rogowski starting in center field today for Orange County. And this is an Orange County team so far this week that took down Arroyo Seco on Tuesday 6-5, and then yesterday beat a Southern affiliate team, the San Diego Bombers, 7-2. That just missed inside. 2-1 on Trajan Rogowski. Zane Burns, really a 4-pitch mix. Sinker, cutter, slider, and changeup that he typically throws. Remember, 33 1/3 innings pitched this past year for Oklahoma State. And he just picked up his first K. 2 down. The pitching has been really solid for the Santa Barbara Foresters to start their season. You look at what they've done through their first couple games, 1.32 ERA. There's been some good stuff, good opens, good starts on the hill. Really every game for the Foresters to this point of the season. And Burns in his Forester debut continuing to get ahead of batters. Strike 1 on Justin Tiller. Tiller's gone 3 for 12 this season. Takes one inside, 1-1. Tiller starting at first base today for this OC Riptide team. It's an Orange County team that has the most wins in the CCL South. Of course, that 5-1 record entering today. They've gone 1-1 on the road so far. Majority of their games down the comforts of Irvine down south. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Justin Tiller. And Zane Burns, as a senior, Corona del Sol High School, pitched 71 2/3 innings a couple years back. That ball is scorched but well foul off the barrel of Tiller. This is an Orange County team hitting .278 as a team through their first 5 games of the season. That mark good for 5th best in the CCL. Tiller strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Burns. 3 up, 3 down. Through a half from Eddie Matthews Field. Scoreless. Bottom of the inning coming up. Sturs to the plate when we return.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Bottom of the first, scoreless between the OC Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters. Here is the lineup today for the Sturs. Leading off at short, Marcus Grease. Batting second, Chris Newstrom, who will play second base. Janusik will be in center field, batting third. Woodworth will be in the cleanup spot, and at first base to bat fifth and in right field, Kurt Ippolito. In the sixth spot, the DH, Luke Cornelison. To bat seventh in left field, Addison Klepsch. In the 8 hole, the catcher, Zane Becker. In the 9th spot, the third baseman, Landon Schaefer. We've already seen Burns on the hill. And this lineup today for Santa Barbara will be facing a starting left-hander for Orange County. Sammy Kova gets the ball in the 6th game of the year for Orange County. The defense behind him, Slater Nunez is at third. Travis Curry at short. Connor Barth is at second. Justin Tiller at first. Cooper Klauser does the catching. In the outfield, Alex Dolan, Tragan Rogowski in center, and Zach Woodson is in right. Both of these teams have the 2 best records in the CCL South. Both teams have had so much success at the plate already this year. And the Sturs, after their last 2 games on the road, returning for a 4-game homestand to close out the first full week of the regular season. 34-game slate for the Sturs, but again, all of these games lead to Wichita for the Santa Barbara Foresters and the NBC tournament that the Sturs have won on 10 occasions. Scoreless through a half, here is Marcus Grease. Back to Kova. Makes the play, 1 pitch, 1 away. So 1 down, base is clear. That's going to bring up Chris Newstrom. And Newstrom, since he has begun his time with Santa Barbara, 4 for 8 at the plate. And this is a Santa Barbara team hitting .307 through their first 4 games. That is best in the CCL. And actually, the entire slash line is leading the CCL. Santa Barbara has been a juggernaut offensively. It was yesterday when the Sturs were able to plate 6 runs against Arroyo Seco. pushing in 41 runs through 4 games. First pitch missed to Newstrom. It's 1-0. Kova falls behind 2-0. And the starting left-hander finished up this past season with Utah. Here's a 2-0 to Newstrom. A high strike, 2-1. Prior to yesterday's game for Santa Barbara, of course, they took down Arroyo Seco, but also beat Conejo. That was on Tuesday. And the Conejo Oaks, the only team to hand Orange County a loss to this point this season. That was actually on Saturday that Orange County lost their first game of the year to the Oaks. Dropped that game 7-4. Barth off 2 hops. Can he recover? He cannot. Tiller, a heck of a stretch over at first. Newstrom is on with 1 out in the first. Barth looked like he was going to be able to recover after a little bit of a bobble, but some great back-end speed by Newstrom, and the Sturs have their first base runner. He'll go down as an E4. To bring up Brady Janusek. Janusek has gone 2 for 7 so far with the Sturs this summer. With 1-on-1 out, takes strike 1 from Sammy Kova. That was the 9th error of the summer for Orange County. And speaking of errors, it's close at first. Barely able to get back in was Newstrom. Caught for a fraction flat-footed. But the Forsters, after a 3-error game last night, still able to scratch out the win against Arroyo Seco. One of the big things for the Forsters today, Bill Pintard after the game last night saying, all right, guys, let's play a clean game tomorrow. We'll see what the Sturs can do throughout the course of this game defensively. Trying to take care of the baseball. Rolled to Curry. On to Barth. On to first. They couldn't get them both. Newstrom retired on the field. The force out at second. And Janusik is aboard via fielder's choice. So 2 down. Janusik on. That's going to bring up the cleanup man, Josh Woodworth. And the two-way man pitched last night for Santa Barbara was the first man out of the pen. Recorded 4 outs. It was a wide throw from Klauser behind the plate. Janusik able to get back in at first. It was a strike on Woodworth, 0-1. But an inning and a third last night for Josh. 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 2. That's on the outside corner at 87. 0-2. Josh hitting .308 through the first 4 games for Santa Barbara. He's got 4 knocks on the year. Kova work around some traffic. Ball 1. And it's pretty cool to see a couple of these guys for the Forsters. Two-way guys. We saw Caleb Hoover pitch last night as well, along with Josh Woodworth, what they can do on the hill and also at the plate. That's a strikeout to end the inning. and Sammy Kova works around an error. And after one from Eddie Matthews Field, scoreless between the Riptide and the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the second inning. Ball one misses away from Zane Burns to Jarrett Sable. Sable, Barth, and Klauser for the Orange County Riptide. Scoreless through one. We appreciate you joining us on the Forster Broadcast Network. Rolled over to Marcus Grease. Nice play at short. Bit of a wide throw, but out. One away. Grease had an off day yesterday. Bill Pintard very complimentary of Marcus through the first couple of games, and we saw it yesterday. We'll continue to see it through the rest of the week. But the Foresters, and really any team in the CCL, continuing to get guys that are finishing up their school years at their respective colleges and also their respective baseball programs, depending on how long they go into the postseason. First pitch swinging for Connor Barth. Easy for Ippolito. 2 down. That's going to bring up the number 6 man, the catcher, Cooper Klauser. 2 quick outs for Burns. With the bases clear. 2 down, and the second. This is the first of 4 meetings this year between the Foresters and Orange County. The exact same number that the Foresters and Riptide played last year. Of those 4 games, the Foresters won 3 of the 4. Their only loss was in the season finale against the 2 teams when Orange County prevailed for the first time against the Foresters last year. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Klauser. Sinker runs away, 3-1. And that sinker for Burns sits right around 89. That last one hit 90 for the starting right-hander who just completed the year with Oklahoma State. Ball 4, first base runner for Orange County, continues the inning with 2 down in the second. The batter is Travis Curry. Gone 3 for 13 so far this summer. With Orange County having their first base runner, they are extremely aggressive on the bases. They have stolen 26 on 31 attempts, and that is in just 5 games. A lot of the teams in the CCL pretty aggressive on the bases when they get men on. Strike 1. 3 hits on the summer for Curry. Standing in with 1 on, 2 down. Got underneath it. Newstrom camps over at second. And the side is retired. Burns works around the 2-out walk through 1.5 at Eddie Matthews Field, scoreless.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Home of 2 scoreless Riptide Foresters. Ippolito, Cornelison, Klepsch, 5-6-7. Get their first look at the starting left-hander for OC, Sammy Kova. Kova worked around an error in the last, and these two teams meeting for the first time of 4 meetings this year. So Ippolito at the plate, leading off in the second. And Ippolito spent some time with the Foresters in 2024. And this past year with Central Christian. Central Christian College of Kansas just finished up his second year with that team. At 157 ABs. And so far this summer he's had 16. But 9 hits for Ippolito. 9 for 16 to start the Forester summer. Gets ahead 2-1. Left side, Curry, 2A's right, makes the play, and the leadoff man is retired. Nice play over at short. Clean play from Travis Curry. Gets Ippolito. It's now Luke Cornelison. Luke the DH today. Yesterday the DH started with Addison Klepsch. Cole Chamberlain entered in the DH spot yesterday. And you look at the DH spot really just the start of this week. Hoover got the nod on Tuesday in the 8th spot. Ended up going 2 for 3 with a home run, 3 runs batted in. Klepsch yesterday and starting the game as a designated hitter. Man at the plate, Cornelison, 1-1. Cornelison from Springdale, Arkansas. Played his freshman year with Arkansas. Taking his talents out here to Santa Barbara for the summer. Cornelison takes strike 3, 2 down. Kova got him on the slider. Second K for the starting southpaw. And that's going to bring up Addison Klepsch. With 2 down, bases clear. Klepsch starting in left field today. Klepsch, another one of the guys making his way back to Santa Barbara. Not just back to Santa Barbara, but for the 3rd straight summer. That's off the mask of Klauser, and good to see him get back to his feet. Klepsch last year, 14 games with the Sturs, 57 plate appearances. And the year before that, in 2024, right after graduating from Del Norte High School in San Diego, came up to Santa Barbara. 22 plate appearances before he went on to play with Auburn for his freshman year, and was with UC San Diego this past season as a sophomore. So back at home in the San Diego area. Two and one. If the inning continues, Becker. Klepsch gets ahead 3-1. When you look at the CCL South to this point of the season, just 2 teams with at least 3 or more wins, and they're both playing right now. Orange County with 5 wins, the Foresters perfect 4-0. A 3-1 from Kova. That's in there, full count. It was a year ago for Orange County in the middle of the pack in the CCL South. The 3-2. In front of the plate, Klauser gets his man, and the inning is over. After 2 from Eddie Matthews Field, Santa Barbara High School scoreless between the Sturs and the Riptide.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com. Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up! The story of America's most successful summer baseball team is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Third inning. Santa Barbara High School, Eddie Matthews Field. Orange County have Woodson, Nunez, Dolan, 8, 9, and 1. to face Zane Burns. Strike one from the starting right-hander. Just finished up with Oklahoma State. Woodson batting out of the 8th spot. Has recorded 1 hit so far this summer. There was a change to start this inning. Joseph Sandusky is now at second. He takes over for Chris Newstrom, who ended up reaching on an error in the first. And Sandusky now in his place, batting second. That's ball 2. 2-2. What these two teams mean for the first time a couple days into the season. Actually, last year, both of these teams opened up their seasons against each other. The Sturs were on the road on opening day all the way down in Irvine. Woodson stays alive. Frank Camarillo actually picked up the win in that game on opening day a season ago. Who has since been drafted. Strikeout starts the inning. 1 down. So 1 down, that's going to bring up Slater Nunez. Slater out of the 9 spot. Up the middle, Grease. Good range, a wide throw, but they're able to get the tag. Great play by Woodworth. 2 down. So Woodworth secures out number 2 with the tag right in front of the bag down the line. And that's going to turn over the lineup. Alex Dolan stands in, base is clear, 2 down. And that sinker, that arm side run for Burns, missed away at 89. Very consistent number with that sinker. Laid down, it's a good one, but just trundles foul. Watchful eye of Zane Becker as it hit that infield grass, just kind of ramps down. 1-1. One base runner to this point for OC. The 2-out walk from Cooper Klauser in the last. Dolan in the first. Grounded out to second. Here comes a 1-1 from Burns. Count now 3-1. Dolan's a guy entering this game hitting .375. Of course, very small sample size, but still 6 hits and 16 plate appearances, I should say, ABs this season. It's been impressive stuff, and his OBP just got a little bit better. The 2-out walk for Alex Dolan continues in the third. Dolan on, 2 down, and the batter's Trajan Rogowski. Second walk given up by Burns. Another sinker misses in. Ball 1. You look back to this past year for Zane. Just 15 walks to 27 Ks. And what he did his senior year of high school, really incredible. A 1.06 ERA with Corona del Sol High School, the Arizona area. A 9-2 record for Zane. After the walk, it's 2-0 on Rogowski. A couple checks on Dolan. Remember, this is an Orange County team, extremely aggressive on the bases. They've already swiped 26 on the year. That's a strike, 2-1. Rightfully so, Burns keeping tabs on the man at first. Perfect 8 for 8 on the year is Alex Dolan. 3-1. Another 3-1 count. Can Burns locate? He cannot. Back-to-back walks for the Riptide. For the first time this game, a runner down to second. So the third walk given up by Zane, and that's going to warrant a visit to the hill for Earl Carruthers, pitching coach this year for the Foresters. And what we've seen the past, I should say for the start of the season for Santa Barbara, yesterday it was an open for Jack Fowler. He was also got the ball on opening day for Santa Barbara. But with 2 on, 2 down, the batter is Justin Tiller. He struck out his first time. And Tiller, a guy that played for Texas A&M, but hails from Cypress, that is Cypress, California. So back in his home state for the summer after playing with A&M. Opportunity for the Riptide to strike first in the third. Tiller now on this season, 3 for 13 with that first inning strikeout. An RBI opportunity for a guy that's brought in 3 to this point this season. That's in there, 1-1. And the wind's currently blowing right to left, the non-prevailing breeze here at Eddie Matthews Field. Almost blowing from the right field foul pole to the left. Prevailing breeze out towards right field. That's where the ocean adjacent to right field is located. Kind of around 8 o'clock if you're looking straight in from behind home plate is the Pacific Ocean. Not the typical breeze today. Runners are on the move. Becker's throw is a good one. Thrown out at second. Zane Becker the cannon, and Rogowski caught stealing to end the inning. OC aggressive. It costs them the final out of the third, and through 2.5, scoreless in Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of 3, scoreless between the Foresters and the Riptide. Kova back to work, starts off Zane Becker with a called strike. Becker, Schaefer, Grease, 8-9-1 for the Sturs, and was the man who just lasered one down to second to end the inning to get Rogowski caught stealing in the top half of this frame. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Zane for the second straight game, getting the start behind the plate. Earlier this week, we saw Camberg start, along with Wilson enter late in the game against Conejo. Kova will miss upstairs, 1-2. And a strikeout starts the inning. Klauser retires Becker at first, 1 away. Third K for Sammy Kova. First man to reach base in this game was Newstrom. Reached on error with a 1 out in the first. Janusik bounced into a fielder's choice, but other than that, no one has reached base for Santa Barbara. Bottom of the third, 1 down. That's in the hole. Curry, it's a long throw, and not in time. Schaefer's able to beat it out, and he's on with 1 out in the third. The infield single for the Sturs sets the table for the top of the order in Marcus Grease. One on, 1 down. Back to the hill. It's going to be a tough play. Klauser can't make the play. Ends up hitting the batter runner. And Schaefer's going to have to come back. It hit Grease down the line. And Grease played in this case the first base umpire, and here comes Bill Pintard. Just outside your picture, talking to the plate umpire down the line. And a little bit more of an animated manager for the Sturs. And conversation escalated quite quickly with Bill Pintard and the plate umpire.
Now batting number 6, Joseph Sandusky.
And Grease was standing on the first base bag. But he'll be retired on interference down the line. Schaefer to second. It's now Sandusky to hit for the first time this game. Strike 1. So Sandusky at the plate. And Joseph just finished up his freshman year with Weatherford College. Junior college in Weatherford, Texas. Had a whopping 231 plate appearances and RBI chance for Sandusky. A high fly ball to right, and Woodson comfortable to his right. Will secure out number 3, and the side is retired. Schaefer has the first hit of the game, is stranded, and after 3 from Eddie Matthews Field, scoreless, Riptide and the Foresters.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. a proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Foresters fans love to watch a winning team. Like the Foresters, Coastal Copy has also put together a winning team. For more than 50 years, the friendly folks at Coastal Copy have been your local source for copiers, printers, and equipment service for businesses of all sizes. Call them today at 800-995-8835 or visit coastalcopy.com. Coastal Copy is proud to be a sponsor of the Foresters radio family and of the Hugs for Cubs. Coastal Copy and the Foresters, second to none.
Justin Tiller leads off for Orange County. Scoreless game, ball one down by Zane Burns, Tiller, Sable, and Barth. The 3, 4, and 5 batters for Orange County. Team that has pushed in 42 runs in their first 5 games of the season. That's rolled over to Woodworth. Can he recover the covering Burns? Not in time. Great effort from Zane covering at first. Woodworth knocked it down. And Tiller is on to start the 4th. Now go down as an infield single for Justin Tiller. First hit of the game for Orange County. So 1 on, nobody out, and the batter is Jarrett Sable. Burns got him on a ground out to short back in the 2nd. Sinker runs away. Ball 1. So this is the first of 4 meetings this year between the Foresters and the Riptide, and actually the only meeting in June. Teams meet 3 times in July. Can they back him up? And they can. Sandusky backs up Woodworth, and it'll go down 3-4-3. Heck of a play by Sandusky after Woodworth knocked that ball down from going down the line. And a 3-4-3 put out for the first out, down to second Tiller. Remember, Sandusky did not start the game at second base, just came around for his first plate appearance of the afternoon. But now here's Barth. Right up the middle. Sandusky again. Nice play, 2 down. Some good cheers from that first base dugout. Applauding the effort from Sandusky. That does advance the runner over to third. It's Tiller. And the batter is now Klauser. 2 down. For the first time in the game, a runner over to third. 1 hopper hard hit to Grease. And Zane Burns works around the first hit of the game. Some great defense between Sandusky backing up the man at first. And through 3.5, Foresters and the Riptide scoreless.
Okay, fans, if you direct your attention to right field, our kid fans
Bottom of the fourth from Eddie Matthews Field. Scoreless game between Orange County, Santa Barbara, Brady Janusik, Josh Woodworth, Kurt Ippolito for the Forsters. Get their second look at Sammy Kova. Kova worked around the first hit of the game in the last inning. Actually, both starting pitchers did. Worked around the first hit for their opposition. That's in there 1-1. Brady Janusik bounced into a fielder's choice his first time. He's 0 for 1. Reaching for it, strike 2. Janusik, an unbelievable year with Baylor. We said it, man, he made his Forster debut. He was just a freshman and made 56 starts and hit 3 points under 300. Here comes the 1-2. It wasn't only a 297 average for Janusik. 14 home runs. He slugged .563 with Baylor. It's 2-2. Full count. We've already seen it in the score so far in this game. We're in the bottom of the fourth. No blood yet. But this game figuring to be the toughest opponent yet for the Forsters. And that's hammered straight away to center, but straight to the center fielder Rogowski. One away. One down, and the batter is Josh Woodworth. Woodworth struck out his first time. Stands in. Base is clear. One away. When you look at the current CCL standings, Santa Barbara 4-0, Orange County 5-1. And then a number of teams just with 2 wins, Conejo, MLB Academy, and Arroyo Seco. And of those teams with 2 wins, the Forsters have already dispatched the Oaks and Arroyo Seco this week on Tuesday, and then last night in Pasadena taking down the Saints, yet to play MLB Academy, and that will be coming up shortly. First game against the Barons this week. It's 0-2 on Woodworth. And a fly ball to right. Woodson to his left as out number 2. For now retired by Kova after the infield single. And that's going to bring up Kurt Ippolito. Ground out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Squares around, takes ball 1. Ippolito this past year hit .363 with Central Christian. But really the coolest thing with Ippolito, how he had minimal action in 2024, right out of high school, came to Santa Barbara. He hails from Trophy Club, Texas, and wasn't here last summer and back for 2026. He's got a favorable count. Got sprayed and foul down the right field line, strike 1. And it's been an incredible start for Ippolito. Entering today, 9 for 16. But also when he gets on base, he's been a huge menace. 5 stolen bases already. Gets ahead, 3-1. Cornelison next. Another picture-perfect day from Santa Barbara. Not a cloud in the sky since early this morning. No cloud cover in sight. And the count runs full. Sammy Kova pitching for Utah. Has retired 4 in order. And the payoff pitch to Ippolito. Another 3-2 from Kova. Ball 4. Ippolito's aboard to continue the 4th. First walk given up by Sammy Kova. That brings up Luke Cornelison. The DH today. And we look back to yesterday. Started at shortstop. Ended up going 1 for 3 along with a walk. Stole a base down in Pasadena. One on, 2 down. Drives a ball to center field. Rogowski comfortable to his left for out number 3. Sammy Kova works around the first walk for the Foresters, and after 4, still scoreless from Santa Barbara.
Foresters fans love to watch a winning team. Like the Foresters, Coastal Copy has also put together a winning team. For more than 50 years, the friendly folks at Coastal Copy have been your local source for copiers, printers, and equipment service for businesses of all sizes. Call them today at 800-995-8835 or visit coastalcopy.com. Coastal Copy is proud to be a sponsor of the Foresters radio family and of the Hugs for Cubs. Coastal Copy and the Foresters, second to none.
First pitch and change of the game for the Sturs. Will Jordan takes over on the hill. Zane Burns ends up going 4 shutout innings, just a single hit. He walked 3 and struck out 3, and per CCL rules, if you go 4 as a starter, in line for the victory. But at this point, scoreless game. And right now it's Jordan's game. And Jordan made his debut a few days back down in Ventura against the Conejo Oaks. And what a debut it was. When inning, second man out of the pen, and on 11 pitches, recorded 3 strikeouts in his Forester debut. First pitch at 89, misses away. Ball 1. Zane Burns in his Forester debut ended up throwing 49 pitches to get through 4. Scoreless game, top of the 5th. And a fly ball in the right for Ippolito. 1 down. And we'd like to remind you that this 5th inning is brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's now has 2 locations in Santa Barbara, 1 on Lower State Street and 1 in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. Finney's Craft House. 1 down, and the batter is Zach Woodson. It's going to hit him on the right side. And a 1-out hit batsman puts a man on in the 5th for OC.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Woodson aboard, and that brings up Slater Nunez. Slater 0 for 1, grounded out his first time. Breaking pitch, high and in, ball 1. And Jordan making his second appearance on the season for the Sturs. Man who just finished up his sophomore season with Texas Tech. Another man from Weatherford, Texas. Fly ball to right. Ippolito a couple steps back. Secures out number 2. And Ippolito's been busy out there in right. Has recorded 3 outs so far today. It's now a 2 down. Lineup turns over for Alex Dolan. Alex 0 for 1 with a walk. Gets his first look at the Weatherford, Texas native Will Jordan. Starts off Dolan with a changeup, 0-1. And Jordan standing at 6'6", 222 on the hill. Back-to-back changeups from Jordan, gets ahead Dolan, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hits him square on the back, the fastball at 92. And the second hit batsman of this inning.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Down to second, Woodson. Two on, 2 down. Chance for Riptide to strike first. Trajan Rogowski. RBA opportunity. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Handled well by Becker, ball 1. And in terms of the catching spot so far this season, what we have seen for the Foresters in the couple games this week, Camberg and Wilson split the duties on Tuesday. It was all Becker last night, and Becker gets another nod today behind the plate. And Jordan now falls behind 2-0. And this past year with Texas Tech, 12 2/3 for Will. That was through the course of 12 appearances on the hill. Here's a 2-0. That's dotted. Strike 1. Two and 2. Start of a 4-game homestand today for Santa Barbara. Just the first time that the two teams meet this year, and the only time during the month of June that OC plays Santa Barbara. 2-2. Blocked well by Becker again. Count is run full. With 2 down, 2 on, and a 3-2 pitch. Rogowski continued the inning. Tiller stands on deck. That's in there, and the inning is over. Jordan Kazragowski and a pair stranded for Orange County. And through 4.5, the Foresters and OC deadlocked, scoreless.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Bottom of the fifth inning, scoreless game. That's and they're on strike one on Klepsch, then Becker, then Schaefer. First pitching change for Orange County. Austin Kirkwood takes over after Sammy Kova went the first 4 shutout innings, holding the Foresters to just a single hit. Both starters today, Burns and Kova, very similar lines, almost identical actually. Both going 4, just a single hit, no runs. And both struck out 3. Klepsch was retired 2-3 back in the second. Here comes the 2-1. On the outside corner, 2-2. Klepsch in left field today for Bill Pintard. That is lined and down the line. Klepsch digs for 2. Into second to start the 5th. So the second hit of the day, good for 2 bases for Santa Barbara. And a big opportunity now for the Sturs. In the way this game has gone, you have to figure that runs will come at a premium. So the first man that Kirkwood faces ends up giving up a double. And it's now Zane Becker, who's brought home 5 already this year, with nobody out in the 5th. After Becker, Schaefer. At first, Tiller playing in. That's foul, 1-1. So the coaching staff electing Becker to square around. It's 1-1. Misses away at 90 from Kirkwood. And the first relief pitcher of this game just finished up with LMU. Loyola Marymount University in the Los Angeles area. There's a left-handed starter, Kova, and the first man out of the pen, a left-handed reliever. Strike two, 2-2. So now 2 strikes after the leadoff double. The 2-2 from Kirkwood is a fly ball to center. Rogowski will be called off by Curry from short. 1 away. One away. Here is Landon Schaefer. Landon had the first hit of the game. Ball in the hole on the left side, and it was Curry. Was able to collect the ball, but the long throw across the diamond not in time. With some good speed from Landon. He was the first man to record a hit in this game. RBI chance for the number 9 man. Ball 1. And by the way, that single back in the 3rd for Landon, his first hit of the summer, and recently activated earlier this week for Santa Barbara. Remember, for all the Foresters and all the players playing summer baseball, the transition to the wood bats from the normal composite. Landon gets ahead 2-0. Santa Barbara team that has averaged over 10 runs a game through their first 4 games. Granted, 2 of those games against affiliates of the CCL. Put up 8 against Conejo and 6 against Arroyo Seco. In and out of the glove. Over to third goes Klepsch. And Klepsch 90 feet away for the first run of this game. And just outside your picture, home plate umpire. On that ball was deflected back, and our plate umpire is currently sitting down. It looks like near his foot, and the trainer is now checking him out. Our home plate umpire still getting checked out. Taking off the leg protectors, and looked like that ball just got him right near the knee. So as it stands, it's 3-0 on Landon Schaefer. We hope our home plate umpire is okay. We'll step aside for just a moment. It's 3-0 on Schaefer. Over to third Klepsch as the home plate umpire gets attended to here in Santa Barbara. Great to see our home plate umpire back to his feet. It'll go down as a pass ball on Klauser. That ball that ricocheted right on that left knee. You see him working it out. That allowed Klepsch to get to third, and the count is now 3-0 on Schaefer. Opportunity for the Forsters to bring in the first run with just a single out. For the first time all game, the Forsters get a man to third base. Three and 0. Strike one. That's ball four. Runners on the corners. It was the leadoff double by Klepsch. The pass ball advanced him to third. Becker was retired, trying to sacrifice. And Schaefer works a walk out of the 9 spot to bring around Marcus Grease. Runners on the corners. And Grease 0 for 2. Ground out back to the hill. Also runners land interference. Trying to squeeze him home. Makes the play. In from third base, Klepsch, he scores. Forsters take a 1-0 lead. And Grease puts the ball in play. And it is now 1-0 Santa Barbara. One nothing Foresters. That brings up Sandusky. Down to second, Schaefer. The ball put in play by Grease. Runners on the move. It's a ball at the plate. The throw was shallow and covered well by Nunez. He might have thought he had the final out of the inning. Schaefer swipes third. First stolen base of the season. By the way, it was the 4th RBI for Marcus Grease this year. It's 1-0 on Sandusky. Fouled off to the right and out of play, 1-1. We'd like to remind you, we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. This 5th inning brought to us by Finney's Craft House. Finney's has 2 locations in Santa Barbara, 1 on Lower State Street and 1 in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. Finney's Craft House. It's 1-1 now. It's ball 2. And Kirkwood has been tested in his first inning of work. First man he faced gave up the double. Klepsch has since scored. It was pretty much smooth sailing for Sammy Kova, the starter who went 4. Town is now 3-1. Remember, Sandusky did not start this game. Entered defensively after Chris Newstrom just recorded 1 AB. Change was made on the first 3 innings. Actually, it was in the second that Sandusky came in defensively. Gets ahead 3-1 with what could be a massive second run of the inning over at third. Massive swing, full count. Sandusky brought home 40 this past season with Weatherford College. The 3-2. Ball 4. Second walk for the Sturs this inning. Once again, puts runners on the corners. That brings up Brady Janusik. Janusik 0 for 2. Now conference on the hill for Kirkwood, but that looks like it's going to be it. Austin Kirkwood will record 2 outs. Pitching change in the 5th. 1 run in for Santa Barbara, looking for more. 1-0 Sturs in the 5th.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
The new pitcher for Orange County, Jackson Pace, takes over, looking to keep the damage to 1 run. Runners on the corner, Schaefer at third, Sandusky at first. And the batter, Brady Janusik, runners on the move, no throw. Down to second, Sandusky. Janusik bounced into a fielder's choice, aligned out to center. Getting his first look at Jackson Pace, who competed with Pepperdine this past college season. And a fly ball to left center field, drifting over is Rogowski and secures out number 3. The Sturs strand a pair on the bases, but they do take the lead. Klepsch had a leadoff double, brought home on the RBI by Grease. And after 5, 1-0. Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Will Jordan back out for the 6th inning. Justin Tiller, Sable, and Barth for OC. It's now a 1-0 Forster lead. Klepsch plated the lone run, brought home by Grease. 1-0 Santa Barbara. Tiller takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Justin 1 for 2. An infield single. His last time struck out back in the first. Jordan locates at 79, 0-2. And Will was able to work around some traffic in the last inning, 2-hit batsman, and got Rogowski looking to end the inning. The 0-2. Ball 1. Granted, we are in the 6th inning, but looking forward for Santa Barbara the rest of the week. Playing Conejo tomorrow. Play the first game against the Barons on Saturday. Play the San Diego Bombers in affiliate on Sunday. Get their second look at Conejo tomorrow. That's a strikeout to start the inning. 1 away. And we said it when Will took over in his debut for the Forsters, struck out the side on just 11 pitches. But now through an inning and a third, after Zane Burns went 4 scoreless, getting up just a single hit. And now through 5 and a third, just 1 hit, and it was the man who was just retired. It's now the DH, Jarrett Sable, ball 1. Sable is grounded out twice today. High and tight at 90, 2-0. And for Will Jordan, really it was a similar workload. Past 2 seasons with Texas Tech. 14 appearances as a true freshman, 12 this past year as a sophomore. Had a 2-1 record along the way, also a save. Strike 1. And when you look at this lineup tonight, I should say this afternoon for OC, Sable and Berth, both 5 hits entering today. Alex Dolan leading the way with 6. Just missing inside, 3-1. The 3-1 to Sable. Lost him in ball 4. First walk given up by Jordan. And Sable reaches for the first time. That's going to bring up Connor Barth. Barth is 0 for 2. A fly out and a ground out to second. Jordan's looking for a ground ball to second at this point. 1 on, 1 out. Check swing outside first. That's strike 1. Orange County, they have 1 loss on the year, and that was at the hands of the Conejo Oaks, which occurred on Saturday. Lost that game 7-4, and it was the Forsters who took down the Oaks in their first meeting of the year, 8-4. Lucian Wexberg picked up the save. And 2 big innings for Lucian on the back end of that game. Came in with the bases loaded, limited the damage. It's now 0-2 on Barth. That's under Becker, down to second Sable. And with 1 out, the man, the DH who worked a walk, advances to second on a wild pitch, and a chance to tie the game for OC. It's now 1-2 on Barth. That's on the inside corner, 2 down. Third strikeout for Jordan, third by Forrester pitching. Rather, 6 by Santa Barbara pitching, 3 for Burns, and now 3 for Jordan. A massive strikeout with no ground ball double play on the wild pitch to advance Sable to second. That brings up Cooper Klauser. Klauser takes strike 1, 0 for 1 day, along with a walk for the starting catcher for OC. It was the last half inning that the Foresters took a 1-run lead. Can OC find a response? Strike 2. Orange County a season ago, 23-15 in CCL play. That was third best in the Southern Division. And with the Foresters vacating their postseason spot, they were the number 2 seed entering the postseason a year ago. And even though the Foresters had the best record in the CCL, as they always play in the NBC, not playing in the CCL postseason, that meant that the Conejo Oaks had the best record entering the postseason. Here's a 1-2. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two from Jordan. Struck him out, and the inning is over. 3 Ks in the inning for Will Jordan. Works around a walk. Bottom of the 6th rolls in. The Foresters bat. Woodworth, Ippolito, Cornelison.
Attention fans. Our 50-50 raffle is starting.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Foresters lead. Wicked slider starts off the inning by Jackson Pace. Woodworth, Ippolito, Cornelison. Foresters batting the 6th after bringing home their first run of the ball game in the last. Here's an 0-1 to Josh. Back-to-back sliders, 0-2. Pace entered, took care of Janusik in the last, with the Foresters threatening the man at third and a man at first. One and two. Rolled to Barth. The second baseman retires Woodworth. 2 down. Woodworth retired for the first out of the inning. That brings up Kurt Ippolito. Kurt is 0 for 1 along with a walk. What Ippolito has been able to do through the first essentially 4.5 games is so impressive. We already told you earlier, 9 for 16 entering today. He's got a walk, swinging the bat so well. And the way this game has gone, you figured it's going to come down to the final couple outs to decide who wins this game. In the first of 4 meetings, Riptide, Foresters. The Foresters won the regular season last year, 3-1. Here's a 1-1. That's a fair ball. Pace off one massive hop for out number 2. And Pace has now faced 3 batters, retired 3 batters since entering into this ballgame. Austin Kirkwood recorded 2 outs, and as it stands, on the hook for the loss after Kovo went 4. Ball 1. And the Foresters, in terms of what they have done with their pitching staff, Burns going the first 4, just a single hit. And Jordan has now gone 2. No hits, no runs, and 3 Ks. Last pitch at 92 for strike 1. Here's a 1-1. Luke Cornelison behind in the count 1-2. Luke 0 for 2, strikeout and a fly out to center. Pace brings home the 1-2, struck him out, and the inning is over. The Sturs go in order, and after 6, Santa Barbara on top 1-0 over OC.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Seventh inning rolls in. Forster's Riptide Stars on top by 1. Changing the battery for Santa Barbara. Liam Wilson takes over behind the plate. He'll bat at the 8th spot for Zane Becker. And Luke Cornelison, who was just at the plate, will now take over. He started as the DH and is now into the game to pitch. So Santa Barbara lose their DH. Cornelison now into the game, throwing on the hill, located with 93. Strike 1 on Travis Curry, and then Woodson, and then Nunez. And the breaking ball missing inside 1-1. And now we have seen a number of guys for the Foresters, two-way players, take the hill and also at the plate. Josh Woodworth threw yesterday. He hits today. And along with the returning Forester, Caleb Hoover has twice taken the hill and also has served as the DH for Bill Pintard. And yet another guy throwing and also hitting. It's 2-1. And the fastball at 93 will miss away for ball 3. There's been one hit to this point for OC. It was Justin Tiller in the 4th. Rolled over to Sandusky. It gets through. Leadoff man is aboard for OC. And an error starts the inning. And E4 opens up the gates for the bottom of the order. So 1 on, nobody out. The batter is Woodson. Was drilled by Jordan his last time and then struck out. The 3rd different arm that Woodson will face today. And that fastball is on the outer corner, 0-1. Cornelison gets ahead 0-2. Went fastball, then changeup. Now the 0-2. Struck him out, 1 away. First strikeout of the summer for Luke. 1 down. How good the Forster pitching staff has been here today. The line for Jordan will end up going 2. No hits, no runs. He walked 1 and struck out 4. That's to the left side and a base hit. 2 on with 1 out in the 7th for Orange County. First pitch swinging for Slater Nunez, and he's on for the first time today. An opportunity for Orange County to tie this game. Back to the top of the order, Alex Dolan. Curry is the lead runner. That's right through the legs and a free 90. Curry over to 3rd, Nunez down to 2nd. And that gets rid of any ground ball double play. Infield in for the Sturs. Trying to protect this 1-run lead, top of the 7th. .93 miles an hour is in there for strike 1. Dolan is 0 for 1. He has walked and also been hit by a pitch. He has brought home 2 runs this season. And that skips past from 3rd base. Curry to the plate, and a tied game. On a ball in the dirt, Curry scores. Tied 1-1 in the 7th. And on the wild pitch, Nunez over to third. The infield still in, a sac fly in play for Alex Dolan. He was jammed, and that's outside third, 2-2. It has just been a couple times this season that the Foresters even just tied with their opponents. Foresters have spent the majority of this young season in front. The count is full. Last pitch from Luke Corneliuson at 94. Big bouncer, Sandusky can't make the play, it's through, and from third base, Nunez scores the go-ahead run, and Alex Dolan brings home the go-ahead run, 2-1 Orange County. The RBI from Dolan gives Orange County the first lead of the ball game. It's now Trajan Rogowski with 1 on, 1 out, 2 runs in. For the first time all season, the Foresters playing from behind. The Foresters have never trailed this season until that point on the RBI by Dolan. By the way, that was the 7th hit of the summer for Alex Dolan, to go along with a walk and a hit by pitch today. He was able to check it, 1-1. On the high fastball by Corneliuson. Rogowski is 0 for 2 with a walk. Peppers the inside edge, strike 2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Rogowski. They'll have to wait, and they got him off first. Picked off. 2 down. Fantastic pickoff move from Luke Corneliuson. So now a 2 down. Chance to end the inning right here. Two and 2. This inning started with the leadoff error. Curry scored on a wild pitch. Nunez was scored by Dolan. Rogowski sees a ball inside, full count. The 3-2 pitch to Rogowski. Ball 4, inning continues. Fourth man to reach in this inning for OC. And that's going to bring up Justin Tiller. 2 runs in on 2 hits. And Tiller is 1 for 3 today. An Orange County team, through their first 5 games, averaging just over 8 runs a game. Granted, they have played a number of affiliates in the early goings of this season. 4 of their 5 wins, actually, against affiliates of the CCL, and their only loss to the Conejo Oaks. And the Foresters enter this team, the only undefeated team in the CCL. For the first time all year long, the Sturs find themselves trailing in a game. Scratching the first run in the 5th, but they now trail 2-1. Tiller takes a strike on the outside corner in the hole, 0-2. A strikeout ends the inning, but the damage done by the Riptide. They bring home 2 on 2 hits, and after 6.5, 2-1 lead for OC.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
For the first time all season, the Foresters bat trailing in a game, and a pinch hitter starts off the bottom of the 7th. Cole Chamberlain stands in, hitting for Klepsch. Takes it the other way. It's a long run for Dolan, but they're in time. One pitch for Jackson Pace, one away. So Klepsch was lifted for a pinch hitter, with Cole Chamberlain hitting off the bench. And with now one down, that's going to bring up Liam Wilson. One-run affair. Wilson hitting for the first time after taking over behind the plate for Zane Becker. And Jackson Pace has been exceptional since taking over in this game. Came in with runners on the corners in the 5th. Recorded the out, and since retired the next 4. Has retired every man he has faced. But falls behind 2-0 to Liam Wilson. And after Wilson will be Landon Schaefer. It's the bottom 3 in this inning for the Sturs. And what will the resolve be for Santa Barbara, trailing for the first time all season? Fastball at 91 just paints the corner, 2-1. First of 4 times OC and Santa Barbara will play each other this year. Here's a 2-1 to Wilson. 2-2. And Liam taking over behind the plate. Just spent his 2nd year with Harvard. Another guy that hails from Chandler, Arizona. And for the Crimson, hit .244 over 119 ABs this past year. Wilson strikes out, 2 down. And Pace continues to roll. He has faced 6 and sat down 6 since taking over in the 5th. And now the number 9 man, Landon Schaefer. Landon's 1 for 1 with a walk, stole a base. He was stranded at 3rd back in the 5th. That's when the Foresters brought home their lone run. That's in the dirt at 91. 1-0. And what Santa Barbara has done offensively, incredible the first 4 games, leading every offensive metric across the slash line in the CCL. And to this point, Santa Barbara, just 3 hits. Rather, just 2 hits, 3 hits for Orange County to this point in this game. That's in there 2-1. Also, both teams have 1 error, and that error cost the Foresters in the top half of the 7th. Leadoff man got on via an error. Here's a 2-1. That is located, a high strike, 2-2. Schaefer get on in front of Marcus Grease, the top of the order. Full count. Schaefer's already reached safely twice today. Can he do it again? 3-2 from Pace. There's a mile in the air in the left. Dolan moves in and secures out number 3. And Jackson Pace has retired 7 in order. As face 7 puts 7 down, and after 7, OC on top 2-1 over the Sturs.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Cornelison remains in the game. We're on to the 8th, 2-1 Riptide. OC put up a pair in the last, and they lead 2-1. Sable, Barth, Klauser, 4-5-6. Get their first look at Luke Cornelison. First pitch at 92, strike 1. Changes in the outfield for Santa Barbara. Navarro now into the game. McConney playing in center field. He'll take over in the 7 spot, and after Cole Chamberlain hit for Addison Klepsch, Navarro will hit in the 7 hole. Kurt Ippolito has moved to left. Janusik now in right after starting the ball game in center. 0-2 on Jarrett Sable. Sable takes ball one. Sable today 0 for 2. Ground out to short. Then was retired 3-4-3 in the fourth and has also worked a walk. On that 3-4-3, it was deflected by Woodworth, and Sandusky backed him up at second and got the throw over in time. It's now 2-2 to the leadoff man in the eighth. Sable stays alive. Sable from Aliso Viejo, playing for USC. Finished up his redshirt freshman year. Full count. Now Orange County would love to get this leadoff man on. Try to give some extra insurance to Jackson Pace. 3-2. Struck him out, knotted him up, one away. Cornelison pumped that one at 94. That brings up Connor Barth. One down, base is clear. Connor is 0 for 3. Started off with a strike. 0-1. Nothing in 2. Connor Barth from Northern California, Roseville. Playing this past year with South Carolina Upstate. Has to shorten up behind in the count. Ball one. Barth his last time went down looking. That was against Will Jordan. 1-2 from Cornelison. Fastball down, 2-2. Again, this is the start of a 4-game homestand for Santa Barbara. The first full week, playing 6 games for 3 weeks straight. Six games this week, 6 games next week, then round out the month of June. 6 more games, all 6 actually third week of the regular season, all at home. Back-to-back case for Cornelison, 2 down. So 2 down. Cooper Klauser stands in, base is empty. Going back to the 7th, Cornelison is now retired 3 on order via the K and starts off the number 6 batter with a strike. Luke took over in the last. He has now struck out 4 and 3 straight. And now ahead 0-2 on Klauser. And that last strikeout, by the way, was the 11th by Forrester pitching. The 0-2. The 12th strikeout by Forrester pitching, and Cornelison K's the side in the 8th. There's 7.5, 2-1, Orange County.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
1-0 to the 9th. 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 1-0 to the 9th
Bottom of the 8th from Santa Barbara High School. Marcus Grease, Joseph Sandusky, Brady Janusik. Top 3 get their first look at Jack Wade, another left-hander on the hill. Third lefty to take the bump for Orange County. Jack Wade will miss inside at 88-0 and 1-0 rather on Marcus Grease. That's in the air to right. Easy for Woodson. 2-1 away. Jack Wade taking over after an incredible job by Jackson Pace. Pace ended up going 2 1/3. Retired every man he faced, struck out 2 along the way. And as it stands, he's in line for the win. So with 1 away, base clear, Sandusky stands in for the 3rd time today. Takes a strike on the outside corner from Jack Wade, who plays with the University of Washington. Sandusky is flied out to right and worked a walk. Remember, Joseph did not start this game. It was Newstrom at second base. Sandusky in the hole, 0-2. A Forster team to this point that only has 2 hits. They've averaged over 10 runs a game through their first 4 games this season. Just did enough. Stays alive. Only been 5 hits in this game, period. And 2 of the 3 hits for the Riptide occurred in the 7th. 2 runs on 2 hits, along with an error on Santa Barbara. The 0-2 from Wade. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. And remember, when you look at the CCL South standings, Orange County 5-1, the most wins of any team in the Southern Division. And the Sturs have the fewest losses of any team. Perfect 4-0 entering this game. But find themselves down by a run. That's in there. 2 down. Two down, bases clear. That brings up Brady Janusik. 0 for 3 day for Brady. Bounced into a fielder's choice, lined out to center, and flew out to the exact same spot, center of the outfield lawn. Did start off by Wade with a high fastball. 1-0. The only time that these two teams meet in the month of June. Here on June 11th, 2026. Here's a 1-1 from Wade. Nodded him up, strike 2. Sweeper from Jack Wade gets ahead of Janusik 1-2. And that's on the outside quarter, and the Foresters go in order. 2 Ks for Jack Wade. And now 10 straight Foresters retired by Orange County pitching. On to the 9th. OC on top 2-1 over the Sturs.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
On to the 9th inning pitch and change for the Sturs. Noah Waldeck now takes over for Santa Barbara. And the returning Forester makes his debut this season. Pitched the last 2 years with St. Mary's. And last year with the Sturs. Through 21 and a third innings. Trying to keep it a 1-run game. Deals with Curry Woodson Nunez. That misses inside, ball 1. And Waldeck celebrating his birthday today as well. Trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. Big bouncer. Here comes Grease. Can't make the play, and the leadoff man is aboard. It'll go down as an E6. So the leadoff man is on. And it's now Zach Woodson. 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch in a 1-run game in the 9th. Noah last year, 7 times he took the hill for the Foresters. Also a couple of starts too. A 1-0 record and a very nice ERA through the regular season, 3.1. He had an incredible workload with the St. Mary's Gales this past season. 44 appearances, 60 innings pitched. Gets ahead 0-2 on Woodson. And Waldeck, the man who hails from Vista, California, brings home the 0-2. Got him. 1 away. That's the 13th strikeout by Santa Barbara pitching. Trying to work around the leadoff error. Now has to deal with the number 9 man, Slater Nunez. Can Noah find a ground ball to keep it a 1-run game headed to the 9th? That's lined outside first, strike one. If you're wondering, Woodworth, Ippolito, Cornelison would be the scheduled hitters last of the ninth. The lone Forster run occurred in the fifth. A two spot put up by OC on 2 hits in the seventh. That's foul, 0-2. Slater has 1 of the 3 hits for OC. He kept the line moving, and the man who stands on deck, Alex Dolan, picked up an RBI to make it a 2-1 lead for OC. That's in the air to right. Janusik moves in, 2 down. After the leadoff man reached on error, Waldeck has to work against Alex Dolan. He's 1 for 2, that RBI in the seventh. As it stands, is the winning run for OC. Also walked, hit by a pitch. 1 on, 2 down. Ball 1. And a lot of changes defensively today for Santa Barbara compared to who started in their respective positions. Wilson's behind the plate. Sandusky took over very early at second. The whole outfield has been shifted around. Ippolito is in left. Nabarro in center. McConaughey's yet to come to the plate. And Janusik in right. It's 1-1. One to Dolan. Upstairs, ball 2. With Waldeck pitching with St. Mary's this past year, what a postseason run it was for the Gales. Twice beating UCLA, #1 team in the country during the LA Regional. And Noah back for a second straight year with the Forsters. And the man on his birthday trying to work around the leadoff error. The 2-2. Outside third, do it again. And the last outing for Noah was actually against Cal Poly in the LA Regional. Pitching an inning and a third. Two. Struck him out. And Waldeck, who celebrates his birthday today, works around the leadoff error. Case 2. Does his job. We're on to the last of the ninth. Forsters down by 1. Woodworth leading off when we come back.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Forsters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Forsters for several seasons. Just like the Forsters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
On to the last of the ninth. The Forsters, when they conceded 2 runs in the 7th, trailing for the first time all season long. Did their first 4-0. Only undefeated team in the CCL South. They have 4-5-6. Josh Woodworth leads off. Strike 1, dealt by Jack Wade. If he can record 3 outs here, we'll pick up the save after injuring for Jackson Pace, who faced 7 and retired 7 since he came in the 5th. That's in the air to right center field, long run, and Rogowski is there for out number 1. That is now 11 straight Forsters retired by Orange County pitching. Ippolito digs in, 1 away, base is clear, ball 1 inside. Ippolito 0 for 2 with a walk. The Forsters just have 2 hits today. Klepsch had the second, the first at the bat of Landon Schaefer. There's a 1-0. Foul tip, strike 1. Nick Salmon stands on deck. Can Ippolito get on in front of Nick? At 88, it misses away, 2-1. The 2-1 from Wade. Ball 3. Remember, Ippolito is a fantastic base runner if he's able to get on. Ball 4. Tying run on base. Ippolito has his second walk. And that brings up the pinch hitter, Nick Salmon. Salmon hits out of the 6th spot, which started as the DH with Luke Cornelison. Tying run on base, winning run at the plate. If you're wondering, Salmon has homered this year. That's grounded outside first, strike 1. And Ippolito's walk. He was the first man to reach since the 5th inning. Prior to that walk, 11 straight retired by Orange County pitching. Nothing in 1. Strike 2. Bill Pintard electing to bring in Salmon. He's got a lot of options on the bench, but elects to bring in the left-handed batter against the lefty Wade. The 0-2. Struck him out, 2 down. And it's now Navarro to hit for the first time today. Chamberlain pinch hit in the 7th, and Navarro took over defensively in the outfield, representing the winning run at the plate, tying run on base. There's a 1-0 from Wade. Runners on the move, and down to second in safely is Ippolito. There was a fraction of the space on the slight bobble by Klauser. And Ippolito into scoring position. Base hit to tie the game for Navarro. It's 1-1. And Ippolito, who's been one of the best base runners already this season for the Sturs, using his legs It'll go down as a pass ball. There wasn't much room for Ippolito to get down to second, but he's in the scoring position. Here comes a 1-1. Slow roller, tough play. Tiller flips, and the ball game is over. The 3-1 put out ends the ball game. And for the first time all year, the Sturs lose a game at the hand of Orange County. And OC moved to 6-1. And the Santa Barbara Foresters, who are held to just one run on 2 hits, are dealt their first loss of the season. Impressive play by Tiller and great cover by Jack Wade. Wade picks up the save. Jackson Pace, who had an incredible 2 in the 3rd innings, retiring 7 in order, gets the win. And the Foresters drop their first game of the 2026 season. Santa Barbara just kicking off their homestand. If you're in the area, the Sturs will be back in action tomorrow, Saturday, and also on Sunday. First pitch tomorrow against the Conejo Oaks, scheduled for 4:30 Pacific time. We'll be here, and we hope you'll be with us as well. Once again, the final score here from Santa Barbara. Orange County 2, Santa Barbara 1. OC now 6-1 on the year. The Sturs dropped to 4-1. For the entire team, for the entire staff here at Santa Barbara High School, I am Hunter Shoemake saying so long from Santa Barbara. We'll see you tomorrow. First pitch at 4:30 against the Conejo Oaks.